in high school, I think it was my senior year or junior year. I don't know. Like, I think it was, yeah, my senior year. But, um, we, as seniors, had to take this class, I guess, like, kind of like this politics type of class. I forget what it was specifically called, but it's some kind of politics class. And at the end of that semester, we had to make a speech that we were assigned a topic to talk about, and like it was a persuasive speech, and it was done in groups. So like, I and my partner would have one topic, like say it was like, I don't know, something stupid, like, not that it's stupid, but like arguing about working at McDonald's or something. Like, you should work at McDonald's would be my part, and you shouldn't work at McDonald's would be another, my partner's part. Nothing against McDonald's, that's like my favorite place, even as a pescatarian. But anyway, so we got, either we chose or were given the topic, I don't really remember, of gay adoption. Now, at the time, I was not completely out, like in high school. I was out like to some of my family, my close friends, my ex best friend, who outed me to some of her friends and mutual friends, but I was not really out. So, and I was, even today, like, I don't feel like saying, like, hi, I'm Marissa, I'm gay, how are you? You know? So, my assigned partner for that was, like, somebody I, like, sort of grew up with through school. And she was like, okay, well, I'm definitely going to take the stance for gay adoption. She said, I don't care what, you say or whatever you believe. She's like, you're taking the against part because I firmly believe for gay adoption. And I was like, that's great. In my head, I'm like, well, this is going to suck for me because how the hell do I argue against gay adoption as somebody who wants to adopt kids one day as a gay person? How do I do that? But I figured, like, I gave it a lot of thought, like, do I come out and tell her that I'm uncomfortable doing this? Because, whatever. And I'm like, well, I'd rather not, like, because she's definitely 100% straight. She had a boyfriend, not that necessarily, she could be in denial or whatever, but she was pretty much straight at the time, still is, I guess. I don't know, I don't really talk to her, but she was straight. So I was figuring in my head at the time, I was like, I'd rather not make a straight person argue a homophobic type of stance on something. I'd rather, because I know my beliefs aren't going to be swayed by whatever research I find, because, it's me. I'm not going to argue against something I was born like and just believe what I'm saying. So I figured it would be better that way, So I did a lot of research. I talked to gay friends I had at the time. I talked to straight friends I had at the time. And they all said, that sucks, Bersa. How the hell are you going to do that? And I'm like, to this day, I still don't know how I did it. I remember before my speech, I was like, I did say that I didn't come out, but I was like, this is not normally a position I would take because I am actually for it, because a lot of people in the class were doing that when they had to argue against something or for something that they were doing. And so I basically played devil's advocate. I can't talk today. But, it sucked. It really did. Like, would I say I learned anything from it? I learned that there's books and stuff about, not like, do not allow gays to adopt. I mean, I'm sure there's something out there, but like the books I found were mostly like on the topic, and then they like talked about this side of it and that side of it. So, that was good. And I learned that, like, statistical stuff, but like that was mostly against gay adoption. And let me just say, I hated it because I love kids, like, and I had to say things like, I don't remember anything specific, so don't ever quote me, but like, like my partner at the time was saying things like, oh, like, gay parents like they fight for these rights to adopt these children, and they spend a lot of time fighting, because that shows how much they really want these children. And that's a good point, because a lot of times straight people just have children and they don't really, like, not all the time, but like want them, like mistakes, accidents, whatever. But would you rather your child grow up in a home like that, or people who fought for it? So I had to kind of argue the side that, like, oh, well, they're gay, so they're gonna teach their kids to be gay. And I was just like, I don't believe any of this. And I couldn't believe it was happening to me. It was probably the most awkward speech I've ever had to give in my life. And I've been in so many classes where I've had to give speeches about boring stuff. That was definitely the most interesting one.